Zidane Danny, Electro Ninja here, and welcome back to Electro Ninja's Lab. We are back with another live stream. And some of you may be like, wait a minute, didn't he say that he was going to do a live stream about Hollow Volley live stream, where it was going to be going off on more of the adventure with all that jazz and doing some more cosmic stuff? Yeah, I know. Unfortunately, some things came up, and tomorrow's morning stream, specifically the morning stream, has to be canceled. The afternoon stream will still be going on. We are going to still watch the Summer Games Fest live with our friends. At least Gothic Phoenix has confirmed that she should be joining us. Whether or not Jack or Latios will is kind of still up in the air. But yeah, unfortunately, we just have to cancel the tomorrow's stream. So I decided that since personally, but if I had to choose between the two, between doing a Hollow Volley stream and doing a Zowo stream, right now I'm gonna choose Zowo because Zowo actually has like adventures and stuff that she needs to do, unlike Hollow Volley, who is almost done. So yeah. But anyway, but yeah, Hollow Volley is pretty much just fully done with all of her stuff. So until the update, she's really not going to have that much to deal with. But instead, we can go ahead and finish up the Hildebrand quest line, and then once that is done, we can go ahead and get started on the whatchamadoodle quest. We can do the MSQ. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Let's finish this off with the last two quests. We need to speak, Zowo. I've been scouring the archives for any information regarding the temporal magic since last we spoke, and the results have been rather troubling, to say the least. As you may or may not be aware, ancient Alig is portrayed in Kyridian as a cautionary tale, a great empire brought low by its vanity and hubris. However, there are certain apocryphal texts, I have no idea how to pronounce that word, in which the Alligans are cast in a more sympathetic light. I highly doubt that, if not outright exalted. 'Twas in these texts that I found reference to temporal magics once wielded by Alligan mages. Said magics could be used to halt or even reverse temporal state of a given object. It was, if these accounts are to be believed, and if Gigi's abilities and magics are one and the same, then it may be possible for him to turn back the hands of time for the Grand Sirs, much as he restored the Duke's priceless vase. That being said, there is no telling how this will work with regards to a living being. Consider, if you will, that the vase was filled with water when it shattered. Even if the vessel were restored, what would become of the former contents? Would it be filled with water as before, the very same every drop returned, or would it be different? Or would it be different water? Or would the water once spilt be forever lost? I speak of the soul, my friend, for even if one could use the magics to restore the dead to life, would they be as they were before, with all the same thoughts and memories and feelings? The Grand Sirs are convinced that that they can regain their lost youth, and mayhap they can, but the dead who have entered into Helone's halls cannot return. They cannot. Yet Gigi is nevertheless resolved to try and resurrect Archmagus Quan. Speaking of which, according to some Charlian texts in the archives, Archmagus Quan was an accomplished scholar known for his study of ancient Alligan magics. Further evidence that Gigi's abilities are likely derived from ancient traditions, I suppose. But more importantly, I learned the location of the Archmagus' former residence. Mayhap we could find something of interest there, something that which could help us to persuade Gigi to change his course. I had the mind to summon the Inspector Hildebrand and make the journey there together. Would you be willing to join us? Sure. Excellent. Then let us be about our business. I saw you, heretic! What the fuck? I beg your pardon? Are you accusing me of being a heretic? Yes, yes! You, Inquisitor Kerr. I saw you sneak into the archives and seek out the forbidden tomes. I saw the mad light in your eyes as you partook of their forbidden knowledge. Oh, for the love of... I did all of that for my investigation. Ha! You admit your crimes. That you secretly, without permission, in blatant contravention of our rules, read forbidden tomes. Then by virtue of authority vested in me by the Supreme Sacred Tribunal of Helena, I had permission. You stupid ignorant. Are you so desperate to keep your goddamn job that you'll go around accusing all the world and his wife of heresy? Is that what you've been reduced to? Hypocrite. What? I am sick and tired of looking for heretics in every bloody shadow, of trying to guess the secret sins of everyone I meet. It's stupid and pointless. We're better than that. Damn it. We're better than that. Calling himself out? Or just... If you will not surrender yourself, then I have no choice but to inform my superiors. That came all tumbling down, didn't it? I suppose there's no point in trying to convince myself that I have no personal investment in this matter, or that I still have a professional one. Somewhere along the way, I stopped looking for the guilty and started looking for the truth. Perhaps in a way to help those in need. But there's no place for people like that in the Inquisition, is there? And it's only a matter of time before that stuttering fool comes back with an armed guard. Let's depart for Isleshire at once. We need to find the inspector. Yeah, we do. Off to Idleshire. Idleshire? Idleshire? Whatever we want to call it. But yeah, so... yeah. Hopefully we can actually get this and a bit of the MSQ done. I don't know how much we'll be able to get done with the MSQ. I'm kind of hoping that we can get a decent amount, but I don't think it's likely. It would seem we arrived too late. Inspector Hildebrand has already gone off on his own to confront those Grand Sirs. They came back briefly to trade Jingleshine for supplies and whatnot, you see, and the Gobby's ear caught them trading tongue flaps about killing dragons in the Forelands. When the inspector learned about this, he said he had to get after them right away and backtake Gigi. He said he had a duty, not as an inspector, but as a father. Bugger that, he's got no obligations to the bloody mammoth, especially one that chose to leave of its own free will, as I recall. I swear, I turned my back on the boy for one bleeding second, and he loses his goddamn mind. He doesn't have a mind. I'm afraid he might try to do something reckless. Don't you think we should try and find him and offer a hand lending? I am rather more concerned about what will happen to the Grand Sir's attack. Or worse, kill any of Hreisvilger's brood. But first things first, I suppose. Zowo, would you be so kind as to assist Mistress Nashu and Julian in their search for the inspector? I'll pay a visit to the Archmagus Quan's abandoned abode in the meantime. Oh, and before you think to refuse, know that you need not fear for my safety. Let us just say that our singular experiences together have injured me harsh to the harsh realities of, well, reality. All right. Cool. Huh? Could it be that scrawny little shite's finally found his spine? Let's start by heading to Tailfeather. I reckon the inspector probably went there first to ask after the Grand Sirs. So if we do the same, we're sure to catch up to him eventually. Bum ba ba bum. I Nashu. Right then, I say we split up and make inquiries separately. If you learn anything about the inspector or the Grand Sirs or Gigi, come and tell me. In we go. Here? No. Okay. Up and up. These guardians with a mammoth? They were here, aye, proclaiming to all the sundry that they were going to slay the greatest dragon of them all. The gods only know if the naive fools were serious. Oh no. Oh no. They're gonna try and kill Hreisfelger, aren't they? I don't remember this, actually. This part specifically. 3 dragon slayers and a mammoth? Eh, I'd call you a murmur if I hadn't seen them come through here earlier, boasting how they were gonna kill the biggest one yet. Are they gonna try to kill Hreisfelger? I don't remember that. I really don't. I don't remember Hreisfelger being involved with this. Oh, those daft sods? They were for Annex Shrine. Not quite sure what their intentions were, but they were awfully confident. That much I recall. No one mentioned anything about someone looking for... anything about Hildebrand, though. Oh, I see. So the Grand Sirs were heading to for Annex Shrine. And my dear boy wasn't far behind them either. What are we waiting for? Let's go. Why was Nashu so upset, though? Because clearly she didn't find anything. Maybe not Annex Shrine. Probably one of the other dragons. Or, since they're going to Annex Shrine, probably not Hreisfelger, I should say. The proud and pointy-eyed. The poor unfortunate soul who bears a striking resemblance to Orland is quite firmly embedded in the earth. Would you look at that? The inspector sure gave him what for. That may be, but where are the other 2? Not to mention the mammoth. Why don't we pull him out and ask? Though, having said that, it looks easier said than done. Well, how silly of me. I'm sure I've got more than enough strength to yank him free, right, Zowo? You mean the bombs? Bombs? Hildebrand! We knew it. I knew it. Well, I'll be. He's wearing some sort of magic mask. It makes him look just like the inspector. Just like that man of 1,000 faces in back in Old Ah. you dumbass? Oh, wait. No, that's Elderbrand, all right. There's no fool in a mother's eyes. Say, what trouble has my beloved son gotten himself into this time? Godbert? Godbert! You love Godbert. Hello there, Lord Godbert and Inspector Kerr. How'd the two of you end up traveling together? Blind fortune, you might say. I was too far from tail feather when night began to fall, but fortunately, Lord Godbert chanced to find me wandering in the wilderness. Lord Edmont told me about all about this recent trouble with the Grand Sirs, as well as Hildy's investigation, and a father cannot help but take an interest in his son's affairs, can he? As for me, I was eager to share with you my finest findings, namely Archmagus Quan's research notes. This is annoying. The clipping. Why? Oh, I haven't slept like that since I was buried in Lychard. Well, I must confess, no small measure of embarrassment be found in such a state, having been so unceremoniously disposed of by the Grand Sirs. But, ignominy notwithstanding, I am most grateful for your succor, and pleasantly surprised to be reunited with you all. This wouldn't have happened if you waited for us instead. Wait, why were you in the hells and, are you still wearing all that rubbish? An impenetrable disguise is essential when consorting with criminal elements. Alas, 'twould seem the Grand Sirs have grown more perceptive in their newfound youth. Wait, do you mean they've already regained their youth? What about Gigi? Did you see him? Was he behaving strangely? Now that you mention it, his warm, soulful eyes are rather more pointy than I remember. By the Fury, not pointy, according to Archmagus Quan's notes. That's a sign Gigi is using too much magic. If he carries on like this, his ether will be expended, and he'll end up not more than an empty husk. This is terrible news. We must catch up to the Grand Sirs at once. Do you know where they're headed? All I heard was they were keen to slay dragons. They're bound for the Turning Mist to a place called Zenith to kill a great worm named Nidhogg. Nidhogg's already dead? Really? That all happened? Huh. I meant the other one. Hreisvelger. Hreisvelger? Fury, take me. What could they possibly hope to achieve? Because, wait, so, by this point, let me see here. Let me make sure I know what timeline we're on. MSQ. Alright, where is the 60s? Here we go, 60s. So, this would have been in 3.5. Which means that by this point, yeah, Nidhogg would be fully dead. Not just, like, partially dead, but fully. Like, no coming back, Estinians free, all that stuff that we're going to be seeing over the next few months, however long it takes. But yeah. I, Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, do hereby ask you all to aid me in rescuing my son and putting a stop to the Grand Sir's machinations. You know, there's really no need for all that. We came because we wanted to help. I, Nashu, faithful assistant, maker of explosives extraordinaire, do hereby present you with this fresh change of clothing. Capital! I knew I could count on you, Nashu. I shall change en route. Come, my friends, to Zenith and to Gigi. Nice. Let's go save Gigi. Alright. see here. That's another thing I wanted to check. So it's 55, right? Is what the this set is? Yeah. So I'm gonna need that later. I'm just checking things, not actually gonna deal with this right in this second. But yeah. Make ready, my friends. The final battle with the Grand Sirs is at hand. It would seem my wounds were more serious than I thought. I fear I am in no condition to confront our foes. There is but one thing that could restore my former indomitable self. Don't you worry, I've got some salamander oil right here. Shall Mummy give her baby boy a massage? Oh, my dearest Mummy, Mother dearest. I would not impose upon you, not when my ever-loyal associate Zowo stands ready to minister my muscles. Don't tell me you're embarrassed. Let Mummy take care of little Hildy's hurts. My dear wife, you know, I know you mean well, but let Zowo handle it. I can No, please stop saying that. Just because I did help you, that's your wife, and, I don't, knowing who she is, I don't want to die. Is that the way of it? I'm counting on you, Zowo. Please don't kill me. Let us work no further delay. Come, my friend. Coat my body in oil as you have done many times before. Oh, boy. I'm in trouble. I'm in so much trouble. Oh, how it soothes my aches and pains. Quickly now, knead it into my flesh. Knead as you have never kneaded before. Oh, I'm dead. Ah, such furious kneading. I applaud your enthusiasm, but mayhap I urge you to excessive force. Aha, nay, you are in the right. Already the gentle warmth begins to spread throughout my body. The fires of righteousness burn anew in my breast. Hold, my son. Though your passion is renewed, you may yet be spurred to greater feats of a Mandeville and strength. Derived from the purest essence of salamanders, the ancient legacy of House Mandeville, Salamandeville. To you, my beloved son, now become a proud father, I bequeath you this most sacred of oils. Salamanderville? Could it be the legends were true? Your muscles shall shine with the brilliance of 1,000 suns. No mortal man will have the power to do you harm. Verily it is so. For by the grace that did I once weather the sling of arrows of bandit horde, and bring my hammer of justice to bear upon their wicked heads. The time has come, Zowo. Take this oil and help Hildy become the Mandeville man he was meant to be. You know what would be funny? Is if at some point they did a Hildebrand quest where it ends with a frickin' trial or something that basically is a duty support, and we have everyone, and like Nachu's like hucking bombs, frickin' Julian and Godber are the tanks, Hildebrand is the healer dancing just to cause chaos. I don't know. I am ready for my final oiling, Zowo. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, the Salamanderville, how it flows into every nook and cranny. Quickly now, lay your hands upon me, massage me with all your might. Please stop. Ay, ay, ay. Yes, yes, that's the spirit. I can feel it building and rising. Please stop. Oh, such passion, such fervor. I am the inferno unbound, the tempest unleashing, but I have not yet begun to pose. Please. Frickin' fraggin'. Hildebrand, you're insane. I I am a Manderville! Manderville man! Ha ha ha! The sound of Manderville is... My word, I have never felt so alive! Such vibrant colors, such intense sounds, such fragrant smells! Mother, father, Zowo, 'twas your oils and your strong and tender fingers which opened my eyes to the glory of creation. I am a gentleman inspector reborn! Onward to zenith, no matter the laws of nature they prevent or limits they break, the grand sirs can do naught to stop me. But yeah, I don't know. I think it would be really funny to have that. Like I said, where each we could have like all of the main cast to help out, but I'm not certain who they would actually have. As the full crew for something like that. But yeah, ay, it's the Grand Sirs. Superhero landing. Wait a sec. So I think that their old people versions haven't been updated. I could be wrong because that looked kind of weird. Oh no, Gigi! But these versions have. Also, I don't think Hildebrand has been updated yet. I don't think he has. I don't think his model has been updated. Which is weird, because you can update him. You can create a character that looks exactly like him. So, yeah, I don't know. Grand sirs, I have come for my son. Oh, must we do this now? We have a dragon to slay. Hreisfelger is no... There is no need for any of this. The war is over. And Hreisfelger's my friend, so I'm going to kick your ass. But not for long. The worm's death will give rise to a new era of fire and blood. And we, having consumed his eyes, will use our new powers to win untold glory on the battlefield. Our legends will echo in eternity. You would doom countless innocents for glory? No, I won't allow it. Over my dead body! Far be it from us to deny you. This is the end for you. The ultimate end! That tickled. Right? Oh, they just now started ripping his clothes. Oh, trust me, you have no chance against... You have no frickin' chance against Hildebrand. At all. He's infused with ether. He's got this. Have faith, my love. He is our son. That tickled. Gigi, my beautiful boy, pray do not look on me with such pointy eyes. Let Papa Hildy take you home, to our gazebo.
Stop calling me that. My name is Vivi. Vivi. I remember everything. My powers, my purpose. My grandpapa, Quan. I made them young again, but it's not enough. I need more. I need the worm's eyes, and then I can finally bring him back.
I'm sorry, Gigi, but no, you cannot. Grandpapa Kwan is gone. He's right, Gigi. Mayhap you could restore his corporeal form and breathe life into it, but his soul, what made him your grandpapa, is forever beyond your reach.
That's not true. I can restore everything to its ideal form, the way it should be. Even Grandpapa Quan, even you, Papa Hildy.
Please, Gigi, you have to stop. If you keep using your powers, you'll die. Nothing changed.
What? Why is nothing happening?
That's what he's thinking.
I don't understand. Your clothes are still dirty and tattered.
This is him at his most powerful. As they should be, Gigi. For my every waking moment is as the gods intended. Every day I live life to the fullest. Every day I enjoy grand adventures. I found your grandpa's research notes. What he gave you wasn't the power to make things the way they were. He gave you the power to change the world, to make things the way you yourself believe they should be. That's why your magics have no effect on the inspector, because you know in your heart that this battered and bruised form of his, in its own way, right. My thoughts exactly, Inquisitor Kerr. And it is for the self-same reason that you were unable to make Grandmaster Quan younger. In your heart, you knew that there was naught that needed to be changed. Your beloved Grandpapa was exactly as he should be. Your every day was to be treasured and worthy of his celebration.
What about the Grand Sirs? Why was I able to make them young again?
All you truly knew of them were their stories they told. Wondrous tales of daring do by heroes in the prime of their lives. It is no wonder you were able to envision them as such.
That's all they ever talked about when they were young and free and full of fire.
At first, Archmage Quan didn't understand the true nature of your abilities. He struggled to deduce why you couldn't make him younger as he originally intended. Eventually, he realized your fond memories of him were preventing you from conceiving of him as anything but an elderly creator, and that the only way to achieve his goal would be to take them from you. But you were all he had left in the world. No longer a mere mammoth, but a friend, family, his own family, his grandson. He couldn't bear to lose you, so he renounced his quest for immortality.
But I still lost my memories in the end.
He was afraid of leaving you all alone in the world, afraid the others would attempt to take advantage of you and your magics. So before he died, he decided to take your memories from you after all, to protect you. But despite his best efforts, something remained, something stronger and more powerful and more resilient than anything Archmagus Quan ever dared to dream. You were never broken, Gigi. You were never abandoned. All he wanted was to set you free.
Free? Free to do what?
Whatever you like, Gigi, don't you see? That was his final gift to you. A new life, a new story, all your own. This has been very, very touching. But we're not getting any younger. Well, you aren't at any rate. We have suffered your meddling long enough. I had intended to use this trap to kill the worm, but since you're so perfectly positioned... Don't do it. No! Gigi! What are you doing? He's back! Gigi, what are you doing? No!
I am Vivi, grandson of Archmagus Quan, and Gigi, son of Hildebrand. Eleanor Maximum, this is my story!
That goes by way too fast for how long it is. And the fact that it's like Hildebrand's full fucking name. Thank you for the follow. What happened?
Gigi! No!
That's what they're thinking anyways. And then they died. Poor Gigi. It's like it never happened. With the last of his strength, he turned back the hands of time. Not just for the pillars, but for all of us. He made us all as we once were, as we were meant to be. After all that gallivanting about, I get bugger all? What about my misspent youth? I was not meant to be this bloody old. Such a fine day. Never mind if I squatted in such perfect form. I may well have reached my physical peak. What a rot. At your age, you daft sod, you look foolish. You should be grateful Gigi saw you as you had become and gave you a second chance. That was our second chance to relive our glory days. It was rather silly though, wasn't it? Maybe Quan had the right of it. Maybe it's not bad growing old. I was a coward when I was young, but now that I'm old, I'm not afraid to say things like, I love you, Doris. What? Howdy. Oh my gosh, why in the world does this do this? Yeah. Hi, Latios. Stupid. Why in the world does it... Can I turn off their auto frickin' thing? That's bullshit, is what it is. You're a blind buddy fool, Gonspot. YouTube needs to stop being so stupid. It really does. I say, am I dead again? No. Poor Gigi. Quite alive, Inspector, along with everyone else. Thanks to Gigi, the Grand Sirs are also in our custody. Now where is he? Now where is my boy? Haha, that's my boy. Where is my little tyke anyway? Gigi embarked on a grand new adventure. He's no longer with us. I see. If that's what he wanted, then I could not be happier for him. I am sure Archmagus Quan would feel the same way. What do we do now, Inspector? Good question. Not sure. Is it not obvious, Nashu? The wide world beckons to us with the promise of mystery and wonder. We shall resume our never-ending quest for cases perplexing and profound, and perhaps one day we shall meet young Gigi again. Poor Gigi. I hate to admit that, but this whole mess got me thinking that maybe it would be better. Wouldn't be so bad if I really did have a grandson. You did all right by Gigi, Hildy. Your father and I can see that. We're proud of the man you've become. And I am proud of you too, Mother, for finally coming to terms with the ephemeral nature of physical beauty and allowing yourself to age gracefully. Now you're dead.
Gracefully, was it? Bang!
Bye! I fear we have had a failure to communicate!
Bow!
Whee!
Bang! There he goes again. Wait for me, Inspector, wait!
Bye! See you in Stormblood. Hark! What was that? What is that curious light I spy in the far eastern skies? And this so familiar scent which fills my nostrils. Do I smell a case? Worry not for me, my friends, for wherever the wronged want for succor, I, Hildebrand, shall be there till we meet again! Off to the far east! Bleep, bleep.
Poor Gigi.
Oh my god. Godbert with all the weapons. I say, do you know, that so long ago the core remains intact? Little Gigi is not actually dead. That's right. So dry your tears, boy. There's no need for all this moping about. He has fallen into a dormant state because he used up all his ether. His core will gradually recharge as it draws upon the ambient ether, and in time he will awaken from his torpor. I shall tend to the child for now. So yeah, will we see Gigi? Like, tell me it wouldn't be perfect to have him in Alexandria. As for these three, I should be glad to take them back to Ishgard in your stead. A most generous offer, my lord, but hardly necessary. After all, 'tis my duty to bring them to justice. Oh yes, it was my duty, and everything I said to that young inquisitor. I can't go back to Ishgard. They'll toss me in the gaol, and throw away the key if they don't kill me outright. So go to Idleshire and live in Hildy's gazebo. Someone ought to look after it while he's away, no? That doesn't sound all that bad, actually. Full glad am I to accept your offer. I suppose there's nothing for it but to wait until he comes back down. 'Twas a most graceful stroke, my love. You haven't lost your touch. And that is the end of Heaven's Ward, Hildebrand. See you in Stormblood, Inspector. I suppose there's nothing for it but to leave the grand sirs to Lord Godburn for me to see to Inspector Hildebrand's gazebo. I'd like to thank you for everything you've done. If you find yourself in Idleshire, come and see me. There are a few arrangements that I need to make, but I can't imagine that it will take that long. for me to settle in. Thank you, my friend, until we meet again. All right. Kier. Let's talk to Kier. All right. Looking back on the course I've run, it's hard to, not to think of the man I was and feel ashamed. Before I took on this case, I had only left the capital a handful of times. The rubbish I believed, the facts I considered unassailable. Fury take me, what a fool I was. If I hadn't met you, and the inspector, and Gigi, I would have never realized how much I had come to hate my job, nor would I have discovered how much more satisfying it is to seek the truth, the whole truth. One might say that getting labeled a heretic and having to flee Ishgard is the best thing that could have happened to me. After all, now I am free to start a new life here in Idleshire as a consulting inspector. But enough of that. There is someone I would like you to meet. Mini Gigi! Lord Godbert made some modifications, as you can see. His smaller size should allow him to absorb more effectively over time. We thought that if he were to travel with you and share in your grand adventures, that maybe it would hasten his reawakening. Yay! Thanks to you, my friend. I do hope our paths cross again someday. May the Fury bless you and keep you. Well, we have Gigi now. Bum, bum, bum. And there we have it. Is there an credit for this? I don't remember if there is. Oh, there is. Okay. Bow, bow. And that's the end, everybody. But yeah, could you imagine if we got like a whole bunch of the just random characters from the Hildebrand stuff as like to actually be like a duty support, like, or even like Hildebrand will return? Yeah, he will. I don't know. And that is what you are. What I want to make sure I check that really quick. Yeah. Gigi's best friend. That is what we just got as our title. How nice. How very, very nice. All right. What? So let's go ahead and learn that. Learn him. You. clear those really quick. And let's summon Gigi. Why not? So, yeah. Let's look at this. So, yeah, but his secret is safe with you. Summon forth your Gigi minion, also known as Vivi, but his secret's safe with you. Gigi, the secret is lost to, The secret to the lost art of temporal magic is believed to be buried deep within this ancient automaton created by legendary Charlian Archmega Squan. Vitality levels are dangerously low due to a power drainage necessary to save the lives of his companions. And I dare say you have potential to be an exemplary inspector someday. From Hildebrand. That is awesome. But yeah, we have... So that is the end of this. Let me go ahead and really quick grab an emote. And... do we have the pose? Yeah, there's most gentlemanly. Da 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 da. Ding! Alright. So that's that. Off to complete the MSQ then. Alright. But that was fun. That was very, very fun. So, let me see here. Can I... Is there a way to change the settings in my chat so that it doesn't auto-translate? No, it doesn't. Okay, that's fine. I was hoping that, because, yeah, there's, like, some auto-translating bullcrap happening, and it's being annoying. But, yeah. Anyways, where are we going? We are going up here. And let's switch to Dragoon to continue the story. So, yeah. The Lord Commander is within. Pray proceed, miss. Hello! Welcome to the Chaos! And thank you for the follow. Welcome. We just finished up Hildebrand Heaven's Ward, and we are continuing the MSQ.
Thank you for coming. I wish to speak with you both in a place where privacy was assured.
We quite understand. What was it that you wished to discuss?
With my father's passing, the seat of the Archbishop lies vacant. And so, in accordance with canon law, I have assumed his responsibilities. I should stress that this is a temporary...
Oh, years. Since Stormblood.
The Lord Commander of the Temple Knights serve in this capacity indefinitely. Quite the opposite. The statutes specify that I should surrender my powers as soon as a conclave of the senior clergy and the high houses have named a new archbishop. But in light of recent events, that would not seem appropriate.
I confess I did not expect you to divulge quite so much quite so soon.
Yeah, Zowo's journey is just is just going back through the story as my... Technically, Zowo was my first character. So, yeah. But she's my alt. So...
I, too, had concerns. But when the Warrior of Light is witnessed returning to the capital upon the back of a dragon, one's options are rather limited.
That's true.
Mayhap I could have concealed certain details, but for how long? And at what risk? Should the truth have come to light in the meantime, how would the people my side?
Check out, like, all... if you go to the main YouTube channel, you can see all of the other streams that we do.
I could not well abuse their trust and hope to be believed. The time for deception has passed.
We stream all sorts of different games.
I only wish the people agreed. That some would deny the truth I had anticipated, but not this many. And among the few who acknowledged that my father had to be stopped, no small number question our methods.
They suspect a coup. It will not be long before some turn to violence.
It has already begun, and that on both sides. Men and women of the cloth are being harassed in the streets. Some have even been assaulted in the broom. Hilda and her people have formed a watch to help us maintain order. But such measures will not prevent the unrest from spreading.
For all our talk of peace, the people remain frightened and confused. For their sake, we must bring the Dragonsong War to a definitive end.
And we should be glad to help you, Sir Emmerich. But what precisely would you have us do?
We wish to treat with the dragons of Annex Trine. To that end, I would trouble you for an escort and an introduction.
We stream in the mornings. Most mornings. From 8 to 11:30 usually. On weekdays.
Dialogue between our peoples. Acting as my representative, Lucia will extend an invitation to their leader that she might visit us here in Ishgard. Were she still with us, I would of course have beseeched Isel's assistance in this matter. But as she is not, I must ask that you aid us in her stead. Will you do us this favor? Thank you, my friends.
So we stream 14, probably the most. On Tuesdays, we do the Hullabally's stuff, where we mostly do reset day stuff. And then Fridays are usually the Zowo journey videos. But yeah.
The nation of Ishgard trembled, the faith of her people shaken to its very core.
That's the usual schedule. But yeah, things are a little bit different right now.
For 1,000 years had they fought and died, certain of the justice of their cause, only to be told that their holy war was born of the sins of their forefathers. What then for those brave men and women, thus stripped of their righteousness but to despair, to deny the truth and decry its speakers? And what then for those whom they defamed but to hope on, to have faith in a brighter tomorrow? A tomorrow in which man and dragon might live together in harmony, then as distant as the very stars in the heavens. Yet while we dared to hope, deep within his lair the enemy lay, gathering his strength.
Frickin' Nidhogg.
Nidhogg, now possessed of his two eyes and the body of the Azure Dragoon, prizes to which he had laid claim at the very hour of the hero's triumph.
Frickin' Nidhogg. Stealing our boy, Stinian.
As desperately as we sought the solace of peace, the great worm craved the misery of war. Nor was he alone in his misbegotten desire.
I already have a team, so we don't need that. I know little of these of the lands these dragons call home. This Annex Trine, had you not agreed to escort me, the coming journey would seem far more daunting prospect. I confess I myself once shuddered at the thought of it. Yet even the longest journey begins with the first steps, does it not? Ah, but ere we set forth, Zowo, I must needs inform you of our inform our comrade of our plans. Very well. I shall see to my preparations. Then let's bid farewell to Tataru, Zowo.
So, what was your secret meeting about? I'm all ears.
Making peace.
A diplomatic mission to annex Shrine, you say? Well, I suppose that does take precedence. But should your meeting with Vidofnir happen to end early, you might consider rendezvousing with Y'shtola in Idleshire. She'll be there to receive our guest. Don't get me wrong, your meeting with the dragon is terribly important and everything, but this scholar just happens to be. Time permitting, as I said, we shall endeavor to join Y'shtola, but if we cannot, I pray pass on our regards. Let us be off, Zowo. We have to keep the first commander. We have kept the first commander waiting long enough. Okay. Let's see here. You're ready then. Good. So am I. Let's go with the hot chocolate, probably. All right. The path is long, but known to us. From Falcon's Nest we shall cross the western highlands and make for Tailfeather in Dravanian Forelands. There we can stop to rest and replenish our supplies. Questions? If not, then the stables await. Okay, Tailfeather, is that where we're going? Yeah. Why are we starting in Tailfeather? We should just go straight to our next shrine. That's what I think. Alright. Let's get started in here. Lucia! I always imagined that the first time I set foot upon Dravanian soil would be at the head of an army, and here I am ready to treat with the brothers and sisters of mine enemies. Full well do I know how difficult it can be to set aside the past, though it was I who first proposed recruiting Ysayle to our cause. I questioned the wisdom of my words almost as soon as I had uttered them, and for a long time after that. Here was a woman with the blood of the innocents on her hands. Men, women, children, all slain in the name of the impalpable Lady Iceheart. Yet she acknowledged her misdeeds and agreed to join us in common cause. At our side, she fought in service of the greater good, even unto her dying breath. And while that does not absolve her of her sins, I hope that one day she will be remembered not merely as a heretic, but as a misguided soul who dreamt of peace. You ask much, Master Alphino. Yet who can I say what might come to pass? Should our negotiations bear fruit? Yes, of course. We must press on to annex Shrine, if you will follow me.
Bum 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 bum. Good one, probably. Bum ba 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 da. Okay. So, let's see here. I do have to say, it's kind of interesting when it comes to the Heaven's Ward stuff, because this is probably like one of the smallest when it comes to the expansion series, the post-expansion stuff, I think. Because there's, how many dungeons is that? 3? No, 4. 4 dungeons. And 1 trial. And that's it. Like, that's insanity, honestly. And granted, like, a lot of the extra stuff happened, so I guess that makes some sense. But then it's like, Stormblood had, like, a good, Stormblood, I think, has a good amount. Heaven's Ward, and then everything afterwards has quite a few, so. Oh, yeah, yeah. Thou'lt ever welcome you, friend of your cell. But this one I do not know. Pray forgive us this unannounced visit, Vidofnir. May I present to you Lucia, first commander of the Temple Knights of Ishgard, and our trusted friend. It is an honor. It is an honor to meet you, Vidofnir. I am come as an envoy of Sir Emmerich, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights and acting leader of the Holy See. Indeed, you may speak, knight. For 1,000 years, man and dragon have been locked in an endless cycle of bloodshed and sorrow. To our shame, we long believed your kin to be the architects of this war. But now we know the truth, that King Thoradin and his knights, 12, did willfully betray and murder the great worm rat Tosker, shattering the peace between our peoples. For 1,000 years our leaders conspired to conceal this truth, a truth which was at last laid bare to by the Warrior of Light in the Azure Dragoon, and Ysael. Alas, a deception so intricately wrought cannot be undone by in a moment, and our people labor to accept the truth. After an eternity of war, who would dare to dream that peace could at last be within our grasp? Yet dream we must, as Ysael once did, and we must make that dream a reality, as she could not. We humbly beseech you, Vidofnir, join hands with us in friendship once more, before the eyes of my people in Ishgard. A most unexpected invitation. I have heard your request, knight. However, I cannot yet give you mine answer. May I ask why? This matter concerns my sire. He must needs be consulted. Moreover, the Nath grow bold, even as they did before. I would not leave my people at the mercy of the swarm. Then we will wait. After 1,000 years at war, we shall not give up on peace for want of patience. Ha! Fear not, knight. Thou shalt have mine answer within thy lifetime. So soon, my humble thanks. I shall bear your words to Lord forthwith until we meet again. Oh, I thought you were further. Okay. Alright. Given the circumstances, I would say that went rather well. To be frank, I am surprised our proposal was not rejected outright. Whether aught will come of it remains to be seen, however. Mayhap I should take this opportunity to speak with some of the other dragons. But you need not wait for me. The return journey holds no fears for me now. Well, if you have no further need of our services, we shall continue on to Sharlayan. We hope to welcome a scholar who has agreed to aid us in the search for our missing comrades. Then I pray your journey is as swift and uneventful as ours was, and thank you again for sparing the time to assist us, even when such grave matters remain unresolved. I can think of no graver matter than the 1,000-Year War, one which our friends gave their lives to see ended. Suffice it to say, I would willingly make 1,000 such journeys to ensure that the sacrifice was not in vain. Of that I have no doubt, Master Alphino. I only hope that fate will not hold to your... I only hope that the fates will not hold you to your word. Alright, Alphino. Oh, Kryl! We love Kryl! So it would seem we have time to greet this scholar after all. How delightful. I shall be interested to know how she means to go about finding Minfilia and Thancred. I can only assume she is privy to some new investigative techniques. In any event, our first order of business is to rendezvous with Y'shtola in Idleshire. Kryl! We love Kryl! I know people don't, but I like... she's great. We love Kryl. I know many people don't like her currently, but yeah. Y'shtola! Y'shtola! Hi, Y'shtola. Zowo, 'tis good to see you. I confess I had assumed your business in Annex Trine would detain you longer. Did your meeting with Vaffner go well? As well as can be expected. She must discuss Sir Emmerich's proposal with Hreisfelger, of course, but she seemed amenable to the suggestion. So what of our Sarlian guest? Has she arrived yet? She has, but when I explained that you would be joining us, she asked if you might be... if she might use the intervening time to explore. I agreed to meet her outside on Front Bridge. We should be on our way. Okay. So this would be before most of the stuff with Alexander. Probably like like we've gone through 1 through 4, probably. I think that they really should figure out a way to properly get all of this into the quest line and shit, but I don't know. Kryl!
I'm terribly sorry to have kept you all waiting.
She's kept her voice actress this entire time?
Apologize. We arrived
I did not realize that.
ourselves. Pray, allow me to introduce Kryl, who has recently come from the Sharlayan motherland. She has generously offered to assist us.
Although I do think that most of these guys are actually the same, pretty much.
Think nothing of it. A trip to Eorzea was long overdue. You must be the warrior of light. Yes, you certainly do look the part. A pleasure to meet you at last, miss.
Pleasure's all mine. Especially since we thought you were dead.
And who is that I spy but young Alphino Levieux himself? I dare say someone's grown an ilm or two in my absence. Or are those lifts in your boots?
Oh, how dare.
Miss Kryl and I met at the studium years ago. I shall forever be indebted to her for her sage guidance.
Sage guidance. Huh? I'm kidding. It's probably nothing.
Believe you me, the youngest ever to enter the studium, him and his sister, 11-year-old prodigies. Suffice it to say, social graces were not among his list of talents. Striding up to his seniors on his first day, head held high. What was it he said again?
Thank you, Kryl.
For what? I haven't finished yet. Would you care to attempt a more dexterous deflection?
Mayhap we should save this delightful conversation for a more fitting occasion, when pressing matters do not demand our undivided attention.
Their faces are a bit extreme right now, though.
Better. I can tell you have been putting your skills to use here in Eorzea. Henceforth, I trust you will dazzle me with your eloquence at the first time of asking. Right, on to more pressing matters. Finding Minfilia and the other missing scions.
I gather you have new information to share with us.
A new approach, actually. Tataru recounted the tale of your escape, and it gave me an idea. Simply put, assuming Thancred left some manner of trail when you whisked him away, as is almost always the case with teleportation magics, I am confident I can find and follow it.
Then what are you waiting for?
The wherewithal to do it. The fact is, my abilities aren't quite up to the task. Not in themselves, anyway. If I had Master Matoya's crystal eye, on the other hand...
Then let us all call on her forthwith. I think it best you explain your plan to her in person.
All right.
We're off to see the witch, the wonderful witch of Oz. Oh, have I done all of the level 50 high-ends? I think I might have. I'm not sure. At least once is my main thing. Oh, I haven't done Hawkeye. Okay. Or Hirtali. Okay. So at some point I need to do Hirtali hard and Hawkeye hard. I don't know. I need to get through I'm probably gonna run a few dungeons and junk off stream, as I'm trying to level everyone up. But who knows how long that's gonna take. And also take care of all the side quests. You did say we were headed for the cave, did you not? Because I certainly don't see a cave nearby. Is Master Matoya meeting us on the way or something? No, you just don't see it. I've heard many stories of Master Matoya, some quite flattering, others less so. Rest assured, they all are true. This way, and have care where you tread.
Is that trouble I smell? Or did you forget to wipe your boots on the way in?
Forgive us, Master Matoya. We will be sure to wipe them on the way out. And may I say how glad I am that age has not yet deprived you of your senses.
Ever so quick-witted, aren't we? To the detriment of your manners. Well, out with it then. What do you want?
It is an honor to meet you.
Pray, allow me to introduce myself, Master Matoya. I am Cryle, of the students of Baldessian. I hope you will excuse our unannounced visit.
Baldessian, you say? Ah, yes. The old coot set up shop on the Isle of Val, didn't he?
Regrettably, our order's headquarters and the isle itself were obliterated by a magic of immense power. I have the blessing of light to thank for my own preservation.
Cryle, you too possess the Echo.
Well, yes, of course I do. Our order is devoted to uncovering the mysteries of Hydaelyn and interpreting her will, particularly through the study of her gift to us. It was in the course of these studies that I met and subsequently befriended Minfilia. She and I have rather a lot in common.
I had no idea.
You weren't supposed to. Not that I wanted to deceive you, you understand, but precautions had to be taken.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yes, that's all well and good, but you still haven't told me why you're here.
Oh, yes, sorry.
The students of Baldessian are gone, and there is naught I can do to change that. But the science of the Seventh Dawn can yet be restored, and my dear friend found. You have in your possession an ancient crystal of light, one you call your crystal eye. I believe I can use it to focus my abilities and locate one of the missing scions.
And there I was, thinking you might want to make use of my years of experience. Oh, wait here.
Oh, poor Matoya.
Long did I ponder the nature of this crystal and its familiar radiance, but never did I suspect it was a crystal of light.
On the cusp of an umbral calamity, souls blessed with the power of the Echo invariably appear. To aid these, her chosen warriors, Hydaelyn bequeaths to each a slither of her strength in the form of a crystal of light. But as her strength wanes, so too does the potency of her gifts. This crystal, born of an earlier era, is infused with a power far greater than those of this age.
You could travel the length and breadth of the land and not find a crystal even a fraction as pure. Its value is beyond measure, as are the risks inherent in its use.
No two manifestations of the Echo are alike. I, for example, can converse with beings of every shape and size, excepting beasts, contrary to what others would have you believe. Language has nothing to do with it, of course. Rather, I am sensitive to the whispers of the soul. Their intent, their very essence even, the traces of which serve to guide the elementals to Y'shtola. Far-fetched though it may sound, I believe that with your crystal eye, I may be able to pick up where they left off and follow the remaining trail to Thancred. That is, if I have your permission.
Well, the poor sod's not going to find himself. So, as long as you don't drop it or take it out of my sight, you may do with it what you will.
Thank you, Master Matoya.
Nice.
Then let us begin.
So yeah, what if Gigi was able to, I don't know, something along those lines. I feel like Gigi could do something kind of interesting later.
From the Black Shroud, the trail
hunters of Tailfeather know those lands well. I say we begin our search there.
Nice. We're finally gonna find Thancred! Yay! And then we still need to find Minfilia, Ida, and Papalimo. But I think Ida and Papalimo are like pretty near the end, if I'm remembering correctly. Okay. Where I do find myself in an unfamiliar wilderness, my first instinct would be to seek out the signs of civilization. Ordinarily, perhaps, but in his wounded state, he may not have wished to risk contact with strangers of unknown allegiance. Yet even had Thancred chosen to remain in the forest, hunters would surely have stumbled across his trail. Tailfeather doesn't strike me as an isolated outpost, though. Merchants and traders pass through reasonably regularly, do they not? In which case, we'll need to provide a more detailed description when we question the locals. Fear not, Kryle. I've already prepared several sketches of Thancred for that very purpose. Oh, nice. So let's go question people then. This is impressive. You drew him from memory. A skill I acquired some years ago, for reasons I no longer remember. I propose we split into two pairs. Y'shtola and I will inquire at the outlying encampment, while Zowo and Kryle question the residents of Tailfeather. Afterward, we shall regroup near Lotha's Vast and share a finding. Assuming there are no objections, let's be about it. Yep, let's go. My, he certainly has matured, hasn't he? Hard to imagine he was once a boy who practiced drawing for hours to impress young ladies. Doesn't remember, huh? Anyway, we'd best get started. Find me when you finish making your rounds. Oh, Kryle is great. We love Kryle. Oh, I barely remember this. It has been years since I've been through this story, and I was not really that carried by the story at the time. Searching for a friend of yours? Let's have a look then. No, I ain't seen him around, sorry. Pray, excuse me, have you seen this man before? Okay, I thought that it was gonna have something else. What's he got there? Sketch? Can't say I know the face. You say he's something of a warrior. I heard a tale the other day about a vagabond who brought down a bandersnatch by himself, and with style, the way they tell it. He was dancing with the beast like it was a bell of the bleeding ball. Sound like a man. Knowing him? Yes. Hey, Grimold. Have you seen him? A Huron man. We're not exactly rare, you know. Could you be more specific? Here you go. This is his sketch of Alphino. I did spy this bloke a while back. Didn't get a good look at his face, but it could have been him. This was beyond the forest, as I recall, along the river. To the west of Tailfeather, I remember thinking he wasn't much of a hunter. The lad was making no effort to cover his tracks, see. That and he was carrying an axe instead of a bow. Axe. Any luck, Kryle?
finished? In that case, I think we've learned everything we can here. Let's see what the others have found. Let's find Thancred. The axe doesn't necessarily sound too much like him, but I don't remember. It's been a bit since I've dealt with Thancred, so or I've done with this part, so. Waiting is the hardest part. My apologies for our late arrival. We thought it wise to question as many hunters as we could. Many have made camp in the inaccessible locations, ideal for hunting game, not so receiving visitors. Nevertheless, our time proved well spent. There have been countless sightings of an exceptionally capable Hurrian hunter, whom no one is familiar. Though none chanced to see the man's face, his height and build match Thancred's description, as does the fighting prowess. So you've heard the same tales. Be that as it may, we yet want for conclusive proof. Mayhap this is unrelated, but I heard a curious tale regarding a Vath trader. He came to Tailfeather in search of garments fit for a man of refinement, which seemed a rather curious description for one of his kind. You're implying that Thancred sent a Vath to the market in his stead. Why would he not go himself? Well, if you recall, you yourself emerged from the live stream as naked as your name day. It is a scene I shall never regret. Is it now? Well, I was pleased to see you. I mean, it was simply a statement of fact. It stands to reason that Thancred found himself in the same predicament. In any case, if we had dealings with the Vath, they should be able to tell us, no? Quite right. Quite is quite right. Mm-hmm. How much trouble do you want to be in, Alphino? Well, what are we waiting for? For all we know, Thancred could be waiting for us in Lothas Vath. We must go and see the Vath right away. Come along, everyone. Come along. Vath storyteller? Okay. Fairly simple. Hello. Have you seen my friend Thancred?
Great hunters are welcome. And once more, Lothas asked Vath, "What do you seek this day?"
We seek a man with whom we are told you may have been may have had certain dealings.
How curious! The hunter is tired of godly sport and pursue mortal prey.
No, he is not prey, but a friend long missing.
Good. He is friend to the Vath as well, one with whom we have traded many times.
Truly, you are quite certain it was him, this man?
There is no doubt. The fleshling, clothed in skins, came to us from Somal. Lost and weak, he offered meat and hides in trade, and in exchange we tended to his wounds. He brought us much flesh, so skilled a hunter he was, much flesh. When he asked for garments, we were glad to provide them. Where is he now? Gone to Lothas Nath not long ago, when he heard the One Mind had summoned our god once more.
Ravana has returned? I've killed him twice. Vidofnir did say the Nath had grown as before. But what could Thancred hope to accomplish by himself? Honored Elder, we thank you for your help. Would that we could repay this kindness ere we depart, but we must hasten to our comrade's side.
Go, great hunters! Let's Nath claim him as sacrifice.
Alright. So what are, 4 quests left? Okay. Including this one? I think. Yeah, 4 left, including this one for this expansion. So, or for this update. So we'll see what happens. Ba-ba-da-ba-dee. I'm 10 levels above them. Holy crap. I didn't realize how high it was. Hey guys. I had to kill a few of these bastards.
Who else could be? Thancred. It could be Thancred. We must hurry.
Not exactly. Hello! Artbert! Hi! Oh no! It's the Derplander! Right? Wrong! Let's see if his voice is actually the same. I have actually no idea. I've heard his Ardbert's voice more recently, but the Shadowbringer's voice more recently, so.
This day, we reclaim the reins of history.
I think that's a different one.
We rid ourselves of the Ascians forever. Fools playing at heroes, all of you. Is this how you believe you can save your world? We can and we will, Ascian. You shall see. Or perhaps you will not.
Yeah, that's a different voice actor, for sure. I'm pretty sure.
So you are the warrior of light, the savior of Eorzea. It's a wonder you didn't come sooner, what with the primal and all. Lost a step, have we?
Have care. The ether moves strangely around him.
It would seem we share a common enemy. Mayhap you would tell us who you are.
Shall we show them?
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is great. Thancred's back! And he's fully recovered.
Not very sporting of you to interrupt. But so be it.
It might be the same voice actor. It's hard to tell.
Mark well our faces, warrior of light. For we are the warriors of darkness. Walkers of a different path. And we shall meet again.
Warriors of Darkness? Really?
Good to see you, Thancred. You came at the perfect time.
Thancred, are you all right?
Quite all right, boy.
Pleasantries can wait. I'd rather not be here when the Nath arrive. Agreed?
Uh-huh. But yeah, an axe, huh? Uh-huh. Oh. But yeah, I think the line that's coming to mind right away for Ardbert is when he says, "Let us be about it, hero." And that does not sound quite like him. So I think it's a different voice actor. I'm not 100% certain, though.
Suffice it to say, our reunion was not at all as I pictured it. Waiting until the last instant to join the fray. 'Tis plain you have not lost your appetite for the dramatic.
Oh, that's true.
My appetite for the dramatic. Have you forgotten the circumstances of our party? The heroic last stand, the tunnel filling with light, and then... Had I known you intended to use forbidden magics to deliver me to some god's forsaken wilderness, I would have thanked you in advance.
Thancred.
They're great friends.
If nothing else, you might have warned me that I would emerge from the live stream in the altogether. Eventually, I managed to fashion knives from some obsidian I found, and set about hunting for meat and hides. Given that I'm not all that skilled in leatherworking, it's probably for the best that I met the Vath before I was reunited with you.
So you were the fleshling clothed in skins of whom the storyteller spoke.
A description which fit me as ill as the skins themselves. Happily, I was able to trade with the Vath for garments better becoming a man of refinement. From them, I learned of Ravana, and of the great warrior who had once laid him low.
And thence did you conclude that were you to track the Primal's movements, it would surely bring you into contact with the Scions once more.
It seemed a reasonable assumption. I could think of no one else with your enthusiasm for slaying beastmen gods. Until now, that is.
Ah, yes. The self-proclaimed warriors of darkness. is only fitting that they stand in opposition to the warrior of light, I suppose.
I glimpsed the leaders past, if only for a moment. They were confronting a man in black. An Ascian, I think.
If these warriors are capable of doing battle with Ascians and Primals both, they must be possessed of powerful protection. Protection not unlike the Echo.
Except they were warriors of light. So. Blessed with the power of the Echo and driven to put down Primals, despite his own declaration that they walk a different path, I struggle to see how their goals conflict with ours. Nor is that the only oddity. I find it passing strange that such exceptional individuals would have wholly escaped our notice until now. Surely we would have heard rumors and attempted to recruit them to our cause. I recall no such adventurers, and I would not soon forget their like, nor would any of us, I think. Would that our primary duties was to scour the city-states for promising candidates, which is how Thancred found Zowo. Ah, the memories. It seems like only yesterday that you slew your first primal. Speaking of which, I had a distinct impression that it was not the first time that band of merry men and women had killed a god. I labor to believe that a band of preternaturally gifted adventurers has been traveling the land slaying primals without our knowledge. 'Twould imply a gross negligence on our part. Speculation will avail us not. There is far too much we do not know. For the present, we must needs concentrate on what we do know, namely that Lord Ravana is no more. Vidofnir must be informed. The news may render her more receptive to Sir Emmeric's invitation. Since you seem to have affairs here well in hand, I shall take my leave. Simply being in the vicinity of this colony is giving me a stinking headache. If you have need of me, I shall be with Master Matoya. I would beg her assistance in the search for Minfilia. Wait, Minfilia is missing? I thought she escaped Zowo. I shall explain on the road. Much has happened in your absence. Yeah, Minfilia is still missing. We gotta find her. I don't even remember when that happens. I know it's soon. I don't think it's too long before we find her. Because we really don't know, in terms of like this, I barely remember it because it's been years, but since I've been through this, I had not thought to see you again so soon, mortal. If thou seekest the night, know that she is long since departed for Ishgard. My thanks, Vidofnir, but it was not for her that we came. We bring good tidings for you and yours. Lord Ravana, who had been summoned by the Nath, has been laid low. Truly, once more you mortals have succeeded where mine own did fail. You have you have our deepest thanks. Would that we could take credit. The god fell by another's hand. Another? Revelation upon revelation. Regardless, it is cause for celebration. The Nath will have no course but to withdraw. But to another matter, I have tidings for thee as well. Regarding the Ishgardian's invitation. As promised, I brought the matter to my sire. Hearken to his answer now. For 1,000 years have I mourned my beloved, who gave her life to forge a peace by thy king betrayed. Such was my lot until the child of Ishgard came unto me. For want of warmth, she wrapped herself in a dream, yet the world would remember her deeds. For truth, she fought for justice. She sinned for redemption. She sacrificed and became as light. To follow one's heart, to have faith in one's convictions, be it for the whale or be for woe. Such is the folly of and the glory of man and of dragon. He hath entrusted the choice to us, and we have made it. We will keep faith with you who walk in the light. Then you accept Sir Emmerich's invitation. Let it be known that I, Vidofnir, shall journey unto Ishgard on behalf of my people. We are honored to receive your answer, and will convey your words to our allies without delay. It is happening, Ysael. Would that you were here to see it.
Even as the Scions celebrated the return of a long-lost friend, honorable men plotted to deprive them of another. Honorable men, to whom Sir Emmerich was no hero, but a scheming patricide. Honorable men who would fain wash the paving stones of foundation. Honorable men whose knife in the dark was the spark which set the city aflame, and who sang as it burned.
It's a good thing he survives this, but yeah. That could have been really bad. I barely remember the Heaven's Ward story. It's kind of insane. Like, I know how it ends. I know that things get better, but yeah. Right, let us not keep Sir Emmerich waiting. Are you quite well, Thancred? Yes, quite well. Forgive me. You have given me rather a lot to digest, this whole affair with the Ishgardians and the Dravanians, and our friends nowhere to be found. 'Twould seem there is no end to our troubles. We can but face them head on, one at a time. For now, we must apply ourselves to our allotted tasks, and leave the others to theirs. Remember, Thancred, we found you as they found me. In time, we will find Ida and Papalima and Minfilia as well. These troubles will soon be but a memory, one which we will look back on together. Pray do not misunderstand. I did not mean to imply that it would be otherwise. I merely wished that I had rejoined our grand adventure at one of its more triumphal moments. Despite your recent accomplishments, the mood here is less than celebratory. But I have no doubt that it will that we will enjoy many more glorious victories soon enough, and you may rest assured that I will play my part in them to the very hilt. I know you will. So then, to the congregation. You know, that's another thing. When does the Ishgardian Restoration unlock? Because I can't even go to the place yet. Let's see, so that's I think that's a crafter gatherer quest. I don't remember which one that is, but yeah. I don't know. You've returned. In this, at least, we have the fates are kind. Greetings, First Commander. It pleases me to inform you that Vidofnir accepts Sir Emmerich invitation. She has. These are glad tidings indeed. Would that the Lord Commander were here to hear them. Is he otherwise engaged? Aye, sleeping off a knife to the gut. What? What happened? Will he live? The Curigins tell me he will make a full recovery, but had Lord Edmont and Lord Atara not been on hand when the assassins struck, he would not have been so fortunate. For a mercy, they subdued the fiend before he could land a telling blow. The attack was just the beginning, though. Not long after, the buildings all around the city, including several of ours, burst into flames. Bastards caught us completely by surprise. We've been dousing the fires, but for every one that we put out, it seems 2 more start up. Casualties are mounting, especially in the Broom. 'Tis plain the fires were started by assassin conspirators. Until they have been rounded up, there will be no end to this. Will you help us find them? Then let us be about it. Frickin' people. Oops, wrong button. Alright, which one is this? Against the dying of the light. Oh. Oh, it's primal... Wait. Oh! View manifest. Okay. Okay. So we don't need that at all. Because we've got pretty much everything we need. The flames are spreading. We must needs begin our investigation immediately. Witnesses must be found. Suspects must be identified. Have you been able to determine the precise location of where the fires were set? Mayhap there is a pattern. If there is, we have yet to discern it. Fires have been reported throughout the city, in both the pillars and foundation. Indeed, given the size of the area affected, I think it best we divide our forces, Master Alphino and Mistress Yistola. I would have you take charge of the investigation and foundation. You got it. As you wish. Mayhap Tataru can be of assistance as well. Meaning Zowo and me get the pillars. Oh, they'll like me up there. Only question is, will the grizzled old rogue striking a pose over there be joining us? Thancred of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and may I say, what a pleasure it is to meet you too, milady. She's gay. I'll bet. The name's Hilda. A scion, eh? And there I was thinking I'd found a fellow ruffian amongst these illustrious personages. I will remain here to coordinate a fire-quenching effort. If you learn aught of value, pray inform me immediately. That is all. Well, actually, I don't know. But I think they confirm that she's gay later. Well, we could begin by sifting through the charred rubble and question random passers-by. In my experience, every town has at least one individual who could be counted on to know things he or she should not. Aye. The infamous Lord Mendelain de Fortom, lover of women and wine, though neither care for him that much. They say he could gossip for Ishgard. Just the sort of fellow I had in mind. Capital suggestion, Zowo. He'll be in the Crozier, most like, making an effort to be seen, so let us go and see him. Grizzled I will accept, but old, I mean, you kind of look older than you should right now. Just saying. You kind of do. Let me see here. So, Jeweled Crozier.
Well, we're almost done. Madeleine. Well, well, if it isn't Zowo, dearest of all my friends. You're looking rather glum. Something the matter, old girl? Stop calling me old. Ah, yes, the arsons. Dreadful business, that. And awfully curious, wouldn't you say? There doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to it at all. Naturally, we've doubled the guard outside the manor, along with the most of the other houses. Can't have the old pile going up in flames, after all. Oh, in case you were wondering why the hop lawn is awash. With refugees, the lower levels of the vault have been opened to those unfortunate souls who have lost their homes. Sir Amric's orders, from what I hear. Remarkable man. Not even a knife in the ribs can keep him from his duties. Actually, old girl, if you were thinking of questioning the refugees, I should be more than happy to accompany you to the hop lawn. While you conduct your inquiries, I could offer words of comfort to the distressed and despondent young maidens. You are such a bastard. Okay. Wait a moment. I know what that is. You're giving me one of your looks, aren't you? You do me an injustice, old girl. I will have you know my heart yearns for but one rose, prickly though she may be. I sense you remain unconvinced. Very well. If it will not will help to prove the purity of my intentions, I shall gracefully rescind my offer. Now run along and catch those arsonists. That was not entirely what I had hoped for. Whose idea was it to come here again? Never mind. For our next suggestion, for our next step, I suggest we divide our efforts. While you question the refugees in the hop lawn, Zowo, I shall investigate the locations where the fires were set. Would you be so good as to join me, Hilda? You know that what I reckon. I would, You know what? I reckon I would. Can't have you roaming about in an unfamiliar city by your lonesome, can we? You'd only get robbed, blind, and left shivering in your small clothes. Okay. Alright. Probably this one. Okay. Ours was one of the first homes to be claimed, but I didn't see how the fire began. It was only when I heard our neighbors shouting that I looked outside and saw the flames. We barely escaped with our clothes on our back. Were it not for the church's generosity, I don't know what we'd do. Come, my brothers and sisters, there is food and shelter enough for all in the Basilia. Aloni's blessing upon you, Father. I confess we were not sure if we should come. There are so many unbelievable tales these days about the Archbishop and Sir Amric and the Devonians. Trust in your heart, brother, and pay no heed to the lies of lesser men. They seek only to lead you astray. Do you require succor as well, miss? We're trying to do some research. Oh, so the Temple Knights have begun their investigation at last. Good. This madness has gone on far too long. Would that I could do something to aid you in your search, but I have a duty to these poor souls. Farewell, and may the fairy guide your step. There was a man with a satchel. I saw him kneeling outside the window, and then there was smoke everywhere. And it was so hot I couldn't breathe. I don't remember how I made it out. Suppose I must have climbed. Maybe my arm is getting better after all?
Oh, there you are. Anything to share? Not particularly. We will require more than the muddled testimony of a traumatized girl if we're to identify the culprits. While you were questioning the refugees, we inspected the scene of several of the fires, including one near St. Romain's Cathedral, and another near the tribunal. For a mercy, neither structure has suffered significant damage. I can't speak. Some might say they were spared by the grace of the Fury. Others might question how such ruthless, efficient arsonists contrived to fail so miserably on the two occasions when their targets was a bastion of Ishgardian orthodoxy. Nothing conclusive, of course, but it does give one cause to wonder. Alphino will doubtless have an opinion. Yeah, he will. Speak with him at the broom. Okay. Yeah, let's use the Aetheryte. It's just too far. Now, I don't remember how long these guys were problematic. Alright, let's see what they have to say. Since, silence will avail you not, sir. Oh, Zowo, I was just about to summon you. As you can see, we have detained a suspect. We found this man loitering near the remains of one of the stricken buildings. According to eyewitnesses, he was also present for before the fires broke out. We wished to have words. He did not, so we insisted. Let me go, dammit! You've got the wrong man! My, but you reek of oil. And those burns on your hands. An occupational hazard, I suppose. But tell me, does arson pay well? I'm a victim, you imbecile. Look at me. Aye, that you are, after a fashion. You should know that your pious patron has already spun us a delightful yarn about his pet mongrel. Slipped the leash and set about burning half the city to the ground. Not very noble of him, I grant you. But then these highborn types rarely do show loyalty to their pets. In fact, he called you a rabbit and begged us to put you down. That's bollocks! He's the one who told me to keep going. Oh, that was a trap, wasn't it? Even a sinner such as me could find salvation in the Fury's work, he said. I had left it behind, tried to, with all my heart. Said my prayers every day, like a good man, but he came to me. He came to me! And there you have it, Hilda. Would you be so kind as to escort our friend here to the congregation? Aye, so long as you don't mind if he's limping when he gets there. That was incredible, Thancred, but how did you know he would confess? Well, I have seen his like before, a troubled soul manipulated by men of power and wielded as a weapon. I could not be certain, of course, but given the stakes, I thought it worth the risk. And if our captive had called your bluff? Must we entertain hypotheticals? The world as it is vexing enough. Thank you, Thancred. Whether by luck or judgment, we have at last confirmed that these arsons were orchestrated by persons of influence, or persons of influence. I think it best that we now return to the congregation and discuss how best to proceed. All right, let's go. Yeah. Of course, Thancred is embarrassed that he lost his outfit. Okay. Lucia! On behalf of the Holy See of Ishgard, I thank you all. The man you apprehended is being interrogated as we speak, though he fell silent upon realizing that we had not turned his master. He will soon tell us what he knows, one way or another. Pardon the intrusion, First Commander. Ah, Lord Atolia. You are come to see your father? He is attending Sir Emmerich in his chambers at present. I am. He bid me to bring the salve. Then do not let me detain you, and thank you for your kindness, my lord. In times of trouble, every man must do his part. Would that I could do more. My lord Atolia did not seem to be in his best of spirits. With his little wonder, Master Alphino, his father is widely slandered, and his half-brother not yet cold in the grave. Alright. Yeah, we'll take the money. Alright. Alright. Final one. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, that's coming, isn't it? Time to put that in the glamour dresser. That really should go in the armoire, I think.
I don't mean to diminish our accomplishments, but until we identify the ones who ordered the fires set, our work is far from finished.
Between the various conservative and religious factions in Ishgard, I dare say there's no shortage of parties who would like to see the status quo preserved. Do any likely suspects spring to mind?
Far too many to count.
Lord Commander, your wounds.
Are healing well. Thank you. Time is of the essence. Lest we forget, these men would sooner put their own city to the torch than see it change. When our enemies learn that we have apprehended their arsonist, there is no telling how they will react.
Lord Commander, an armed mob has seized control of the vault.
And now we know. Tell us what happened, sir. Spare no detail.
We were directing refugees into the Basilica, as you ordered, when all of a sudden, men brandishing weapons were all around us. It happened so fast, my lord. We had no time to respond. They've taken the refugees hostage and barricaded themselves inside the vault.
And they sent you to deliver their demands.
They, the true brothers of the faith, demand that a conclave to select the next archbishop be held forthwith. Furthermore, they declare that you, Lord Commander, are guilty of patricide and high treason, and that you must surrender yourself at once to receive of the Fury's judgment.
Firstly, he didn't kill him. That was Zowo.
Ridiculous. Do they honestly think that executing Sir Emmerich would change anything? That the truth will somehow die with him?
These fundamentalists rage against the passing of the old ways, unable to accept there can be no going back.
Given the fanciful nature of their demands, a peaceful resolution does not seem likely. If the hostages are to be rescued, it will be by force, I fear.
Agreed. Lucia, take a contingent of knights and establish a perimeter outside the entrance.
At once, Lord Commander.
Hilda, I need your people out in force throughout the Broom. When word spreads of the situation, the friends and family of the hostages may try to take matters into their own hands. I will not give these militants more targets. I shall lead the assault on the vault. Master Alphino, can I count on the support of the Scions?
Of course.
Of course.
Let's do this.
We are in your debt.
I shall join you as well, Lord Commander.
I should probably do some dusting.
Your assistance is most welcome, Lord Atwarel. To arms then, friends. Time is against us.
Let's do this. Let's kick some ass. But yeah. I think I might have mentioned this already, but I'm not going to worry about getting Zowo all of the cards. I feel like I should probably bring that up again. But yeah. I think the Warring Triad questline should start after this. So, I'm not certain. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Let me think. So what I think we'll do is once we finish up this quest, we're going to go ahead and check to see if more can be done. But yeah, basically what I'm thinking we'll do, because these kind of overlap a lot, is the Warring Triad questline. We might start that. We should just teleport over to the Jeweled Crozier, probably. Maybe. But yeah. All right, duty time. Let's do this. Listen well. We will enter the Basilia silently via this gate. According to our latest report, there are at least 6 hostages being held within. The numbers are and readiness of the true brothers of the faith are unknown. I am told one claimed to have several under Thoradin 7. I'm told one claimed to have served under Thoradin. Yeah, so Thoradin the 7th. Might the same be true of the rest? Given the swiftness of with which they seized control of the vault, I think it highly likely, yes. Which means they may have well possessed the knowledge required to turn the building's defenses against us. Be that as it may, we have no choice but to press on. Lord Ottawa, you are a brave man, and true that none would dare question your honor if you choose not to risk your life in this endeavor. Are you certain you wish to join us? I am no stranger to the battlefield, Sir Emmerich. My arm will not falter. My shield will not break. Alone as my witness, we will bring these fanatics to justice. Well said, my lord. Friends, follow me. In we go. There will be others. Yep. Sorry, the others were taken elsewhere by Sir Simona. So this is indeed the work of the Archbishop's former servants. On your guard, they have sounded the alarm. I will hold the entrance and look after this one. Now go! You know, that's another thing, actually, that's kind of an interesting idea. Imagine if they had done this, this type of thing, but with, the MSQ, with the end of the MSQ for Realm Reborn, where we're fleeing and all that jazz.
Down with you!
Okay. They took the others somewhere. It all happened so quickly. There they are. Let none escape.
You underestimate me.
The heck? Why were those there? Sir Seminard, lay down your arms and release the hostages, and you will be shown mercy. I give you my word. Ha! The word of a heretic and a kinslayer. I would sooner trust a dragon. Activate the knights. We shall show the hostages some mercy. The same mercy he showed the Archbishop. Unlike you, Sir Emmerich, I am a man of honor. By my hand you shall receive the Fury's judgment. So it has to be a trial then. Lord Atta, Zowo, leave us and save the hostages. I will deal with Sir Seminard. We need to go this way, right? Yeah. I hope I'm not being dumb. What the heck? Am I dumb? Oh, I am very dumb. Crap. I'm very freaking dumb. I went the wrong way. I thought that I was supposed to go after them, but I guess not. I'm dumb. Oh, there it is. Okay, I am very dumb. Frick. It's a good thing I have, like, the best gear that I currently can have in the game. Because this would suck otherwise. If I had done that as stupidly as I thought I... Okay. Alright. Where am I? Based off of what he said. Oh, okay. I could have gone that way instead of... That's fine.
This knight does not yield.
So did I accidentally lose one of them? Because I think I might have. Okay. No, I didn't lose all of them. I didn't lose one of them. I thought I did, though. Fury Priest. He took me out. You must hurry. The priest took me out upstairs when he saw them go. His men. Have no fear, child. We will save your friend. This way or the other? Oh, we're not even going. It's not complete, so we're... I did not see a complete thing, so we probably have a big swing.
Where is he? Come no closer. You have nowhere to run. Release the girl and surrender.
Surrender to whom? The blasphemer who throws wide the gates to our enemy? Who breaks bread with him and calls him brother? Ungodly swine! I would sooner die than surrender to you.
Is it godly to spill the blood of an innocent child? To burn the homes of your brothers? Tell me, priest, is that godly?
Do not speak to me of godliness, heathen! Your father's blood is on your hands, as is hers!
Don't you fucking dare out. Bastard. Get off here! Yay! Oh. Oh, that was terrifying.
What? But I...
It's a good thing she came at this time.
Vidofnir!
Well met, knight. Mayhap I chose an inopportune moment.
Not at all. Pray forgive us this most unworthy reception. We are honored to have you with us, and right glad of your aid.
Fortune delivered the child unto me. I had but to receive her.
Thank you, Vidofnir.
Thank you for saving me.
Thou art welcome, child.
Never did I think to be indebted to so unexpected a savior. But full glad am I to be so.
Friend of Izel, warrior of warriors, I had hoped to meet with thee. I bear a message from my sire.
From Bracefelder.
Upon returning to our lands, Nidhogg's shade did sing unto his brood, and they for skies unknown did then take wing. This thou must know, for your fates are inextricably bound.
What of Estinian? Is he truly lost to us?
Such matters are beyond my ken. I but bear my father's words. Take from them what thou wilt. Fare you well, mortals.
Thank you, Vidofnir.
So it is as they say then. A great white dragon swooped down from the heavens to rescue an innocent child.
A most unexpected turn of events, but not an unwelcome one. The people will not soon forget this day.
Yeah, that's for the fucker.
Yet how will they choose to remember it, Sir Emmerich? And will these events serve to bring man and dragon closer together, or drive a deeper wedge between brothers? After 1,000 years, the world these men once knew is changing, and with ungentle swiftness to boot. Though their actions are misguided, their sentiments are only to be expected. You may be sure that others will rally to their cause. I share your desire for lasting peace with the Jovanians, I do. But I would not see it built on the bones of our countrymen, nor on our own. I see much of Horsefar in you, and I could not bear to, more
This has been a day of surprises, has it not? Tis but a pity Vidofnir could not stay longer. Yes, I think it fair to say that she timed her departure rather less well than her arrival. Well timed scarcely does it justice, but 1 moment later would have been a moment too late. Let us pray that the Ishgardians who yet harbored doubts will take these events to heart and accept the truth of Sir Emmeric's words. Well, 'tis only meet that I inform Tataru what has occurred here. If you have need of me, I shall be at Fortal Manor. Allow me to accompany you. Tataru would never forgive me if I left for the Rising Stones without saying goodbye. And Y'shtola is back to Idleshire, technically. A moment, Zowo. I wish a word. Tell me, does Thancred seem quite well to you? I'm not sure how to put it into words, but something is definitely off. You sense it too, a subtle change, imperceivable to most. I myself did not notice it at first, but upon closer examination I saw that his etheric flow had been irreparably disrupted. As a result, I strongly suspect that his ability to manipulate ether has been compromised. Put simply, Thancred may no longer be able to wield magics. It would do much to explain why he chose to remain within the wilderness instead of seeking us out. He would have been compelled to rely solely on traditional methods of travel, significantly prolonging his journey. And when he learned that a nearby beast tribe was making preparations to summon a primal, it may well have seemed more sensible to wait. But this is still little more than speculation. Until I have proof, pray speak no word of it. Right then, I should be on my way. Krell may have charmed Master Matoya for now, but who can say how long that will last? Alright, let's finish this. Welcome, Mr. Skaduka. Shall I show you inside the manor? Yep.
That Vidofnir should chance to arrive even as the girl fell. Truly, I could not have planned it better myself.
Ah, good. We were afraid you might have left.
A shield, my lord?
Fit for a true knight. An expression of our gratitude to you and yours. Long overdue.
Thank you, my friend.
But there is something else I would discuss ere you part. Something which cannot leave this room. My father will soon step down as head of our house.
Oh. I barely remember that.
Sir Emeric was not the only one to fall under suspicion following the death of the Archbishop. There are some who believe my father complicit in a coup d'etat. Thus he intends to renounce his title to absolve our house of suspicion and secure the support of our peers.
Surely there must be another way to convince Houses Durandare and Zamail.
So I said to him. Alas, he will not budge. Ever since I was a child, I knew that I would one day succeed my father. The thought of it filled me with pride. Yet once I learned the day was at hand, my heart was filled with naught but dread. Our legacy is built upon the lies of our forefathers. In accepting this title, am I not perpetuating this injustice? Why should I become the next count?
A knight lives to serve.
You sound just like him. I suspect that is what Horschiffon would have said. To aid those in need. When you look on that shield, I trust you will remember his words. And should I once more find my resolve wavering, I ask that you show me the way. You were a sister to Horschiffon. Will you be a sister to me as well? Come, Manelaine. There's much to be done. For father, and for Sir Emmerich, and for Ishgard.
He's not doing too great.
To think we share the same blood. Pray excuse us.
He's struggling. Give him a little break.
Those were the days of promises and vows, of tentative first steps into an uncertain future. A future shaped by the choices we made, in ways we could never have foreseen. Born of good and evil, of light and darkness, and shepherded by our hand. Be it for weal, or be it for woe.
And there we have it. So yeah, we get the shield and the Horschiffon minion. Great. This is thy proof. The Gurren oracles. Apokyria. Kifa. Apokifa. Krifa. However that's pronounced. I don't know. It is a truth long forgotten, a tale of beginning, and of the path we have been set upon. Our fates are ordained long ago, Archon. The Garleans are no exception, nor the Triad. You know what must be done. I wonder who that could be. Well, everyone has their orders. The masks will attack us as soon as all units are in position. The Imperials won't know what hit them. I fear it will be bloody. By Ralgar, it better be. We cannot stay here forever, Ida. We have other responsibilities.
I know full well what my responsibilities are, and I mean to fulfill them, every one. Mm-hmm. I mean, he knows. Okay. Okay. So, that's a question. War. Let me just double check something really quick. Come on. There we go. Warring Triad. Here we go. I want to make sure. Yes. Okay. Okay. Gods of Eld is the first quest. Okay, so that was the thing that we did. We did Thok around the corner, Thok around the clock, and Diabolical Bismarck. When the bow wakes, that's the one that we're... Yeah. When is this? Is that... Required quest, as goes light, as goes darkness. So yeah, I think we can go ahead and head to take care of the Warring Triad, actually. But yeah, we'll pick up this quest, and then we'll go deal with the Warring Triad. We'll start off on the Warring Triad. Alphino, Zowo, I've been looking all over for you. We've received new regards, Flamen, Hoary Boulder, and regarding Flamen, Hoary Boulder, and Coltene. Really, has something happened? No, it's nothing bad. Quite the opposite, in fact. It seems they have that once they learnt the Scion's good name had been restored, they boarded the next ship bound for Limsa Lominsa. They should be arriving any moment now. It's easy to forget how useful link pearls are, isn't it? When they work, I mean. And you don't mind being spied on. Quite. What wonderful news! To think our reunion is close at hand. A pleasure to see you too, Alphino. Ah, Thancred and Kryl, what brings you two here? Kryl and I have been looking into how we might track down Minfilia. And we may just have found the answer. Zowo, when you were fleeing Ul'dah with Minfilia, you said that Hydaelyn spoke to her shortly before you parted ways, yes? Well, assuming that is true, and I see no reason to suspect that it is not, it seems reasonable to conclude that Hydaelyn's commanded her to remain behind. That is to say, the Mother Crystal directly interceded to guide Minfilia. Admittedly, this is all still quite hypothetical, but I propose that such intentions, however subtle, must surely leave some residual trace, a lingering disturbance in the ether, or ripple, if you will. In order to establish the existence of such ripples, of course, we will require suitable data. Fortunately, I know where such data can be found, the battleground where Zowo felled Ultima Weapon, at the site of my personal ignominy. It was there that Hydaelyn intervened to shield her from magic I invoked. Kryl and I will infiltrate the castrum and analyze the ether therein. The two of you, alone? I have proven a knack for subterfuge, and I am confident that there will be sufficient nooks and crannies in which to hide Kryl while the patrols pass. Besides, if you and Zowo come along, who will see to Flamen's grand homecoming? Fair point. When you put it like that, very well. I will trust in your plan. I know not whether this data will yield a means to find Minfilia, but it will at least, at the very least, eliminate another avenue of inquiry. Tatar and I will return to the Rising Stones and make preparations for our comrades' return. Might I implore upon you to meet them at the Lumenson docks? Yep. Then I shall see the four of you at the Rising Stones. Safe travel. right. So that's that. We are not going to do that right now, though. We are going to go to Vesper Bay. And, yeah. What is that? Isn't this level 1? Yeah, it is. Okay. It's like, what the frick? I hope I'm doing this right. Or is it... I think it's... Right? Or am I wrong? I'm wrong. What am I thinking? Right? That's... it's not here. It's in Rising Stones. What the frick? Yeah. I keep forgetting where things are. That's the problem. Yeah. I have extra Vesper Bay tickets, so it's not like it's a huge deal. But, yeah. Honestly, I wonder if I'm gonna need to go to Vesper Bay again anytime soon. But yeah, that just unlocked a quest. So, should be when the bow wakes. Look, it's all our friends! Yay! Yeah, I kind of remember some of these people, but, you know. I don't know. To be fair, the early game is kind of... It's been years since I've actually done a lot of the early game. Like, I've done some of it. I have done some of it. Hello! When the bow wakes. The time has come, Warrior of Light. We must move against the Warring Triad now or suffer the consequences. The seal is cracked, and the icons stir. Should they be allowed to waken, resume their titanic conflict, it will be alike to the coming of a second calamity. You, Zowo, represent our best hope of eliminating this threat. That said, the very act of entering the containment facility itself presents certain unique challenges. So unique, in fact, that I struggle to locate an individual with the requisite talents to surmount them. Were it not for the impressive diversity of connection to your fellow scions, I might still be searching. Happily, however, they were able to furnish me with a suitable candidate. Now, along with you and your echo-based blessed companions, all the pieces we need to proceed with this deadly game are raid upon the board. Victory hinges upon no less than the total destruction of the Warring Triad. But we must also be wary of must also wear the interference of those who covet the Allagan's primal harnessing technology. I speak, of course, of the blindly grasping hand of the Garlean Empire and its fumbling agents. The ignorant meddling of the Empire will only serve to hasten the Icon's awakening. It is my master's desire that the Triad be dispatched before the Imperial forces delve too deeply. Being the nearest to wakefulness, the Icon Sephiroth shall be your first adversary. Make the preparations and join me at the flagship in Azazla. We shall speak further there. Teleport to there. So yeah, I don't know how much, if we're actually going to be able to do this fight, because it's not long, it's a trial, but like getting into it is not easy. I mean, granted, if people are like doing trial duty finder, then they might be getting into it quickly, and then they'll be like, "What, Sephiroth? I haven't done Sephiroth in ages." Especially mentors. Mentors are probably like, "What?"
Bam, 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 na, na, na. But yeah. Kind of weird that we're going all the way over here. Sephiroth's there, right? So, I don't know. I guess this is, I think, the entrance for all of them, actually, but yeah. This is the place, Warrior of Light. Here we will find the containment facility, wherein entities incapable of power lie chained, their fathomless energies siphoned by Allagan devices. As I warned you, Sephiroth possesses the most immediate threat. Poses the most immediate threat. His dreaming mind drifts perilously close to consciousness. Thus must his destruction be our first concern. Your fellow Scions will be joining us anon, accompanied by a uniquely talented individual of whom I spoke. From what I gather, the two of you are already well acquainted. Let us continue inside and wait before the doors of the containment facility. Hi, Ariane J. Hi, Ishtola. Hi, Kryl. You've not been waiting long, I trust. We are eager to lend whatever cooperation we may to your mission, Zowo. It is an honor to meet you at last. As I know of only one Mikote Scion, you must be Archon Y'shtola, meaning your diminutive companion is Mistress Kryl of the Students of Aldesion, correct? You really said that. You really said that to Kryl. Diminutive? Perhaps there has been some mistake. I assume it was for my knowledge and not my stature that you requested my assistance. The mistake is mine. My apologies if I have given offense. Mayhap it would be best if we proceed directly to the matter of our objectives. It is so dark in here. I think it's actually better on stream than it is in for me right now. Might be just because I have light right in my face, but yeah. Anyways, your adversary is the Icon Sephiroth of the Warring Triad, otherwise known by the historians of Alleg as the Fiend. He was once the patron deity of the to a tribe of tree-like beings native to Mericidia, but was subdued by the Allagan Empire after a legendary war of attrition. After his defeat, he was imprisoned for use of as a source of power. Even now, Sephiroth is neither truly living nor dead. His mind bound in dreams, while his body's energies are harnessed by Allagan technologies. The explanation for his failure to dissipate into ether lies with his restraints. These ingenious devices serve not to bind him, but to continuously regenerate his corporeal form. Meaning it will be impossible to banish him until, said restraints are in place, yes? Removing them, however, we risk allowing the unfathomably powerful and doubtless vengeful Icon to run rampant. It seems we have no choice but to divide our forces. One team must locate the controls to Sephiroth's shackles and disable them, while the other stands ready to destroy him at the moment of his awakening. A most assessment, Mistress Kryl. While I was aware that the Echo provided you with uncanny insight, I did not expect you to intuit the core of my strategy quite so swiftly. If only my gift offered such detailed analysis. Which is to say, it doesn't. I merely took it upon myself to learn as much about the Triad's imprisonment as I could before coming here. It will be Zowo and I, after all, who enter the Icon's den. Indeed, given the nature of our adversary, none save those under the aegis of the Echo should be permitted to enter the containment facility. The risk of primal influence is too great. Well then, that's that settled then. I will disable the restraints, and Zowo and her gifted adventurer friends will welcome Sephiroth back into the waking world. Better than
the other way around, I'd say, considering our respective fields of expertise. And, of course, my diminutive stature. Right, it is time I had a little chat with the doorkeeper over there.
Activating verification systems, lifting access restrictions to Triad Control.
I had no idea Baldassin curriculum was so comprehensive. When we locate the controls for Sephiroth's restraints, I shall gladly leave their operation to you. When we locate the controls, mayhap my words were unclear. Only those blessed by the Echo may safely enter the facility. Your concern for my sanity is touching, but unnecessary. Suffice it to say I am in no danger of falling under the Icon's sway.
Bloop, bloop. Warning, verification systems detect multiple unauthorized vessels entering restricted airspace. Security systems engaging intruders.
The Garlids, come, Urianger. We must keep the Imperials occupied. We too should be on our way. Gods, I would be lying if I said I wasn't slightly terrified, but I can't very well leave every detail to a deadly task to you scions. According to the history, Sephiroth was immense in both size and strength, mighty enough to rout even the implacable armies of the Alligans, and that more than once. To cut a long story short, we have to get this right. I shall do my best to wake the Icon up, not to wake the Icon up too much. My grandfather always used to say, uncertain little monsters. Get them up and get them moving while their brains are still abed. Containment Bay S1T7 available. So, yeah, that's unfortunately going to have to be it for today. We did quite a bit today. I'm kind of pleased with it. So, yeah. Obviously, we have a Containment Bay S1T7 to do. Yeah. So, yeah, we got Sephiroth. And then, the other two, we will do, so yeah, tomorrow's, schedule, just so that people are aware of what's going to happen, or not tomorrow's schedule, we're not going to do that, next time that we do a Zowo's Journey, which will probably be Wednesday, I'm thinking that's going to be what we're going to do for a little while, is Wednesdays are going to be Zowo's Journey, and, yeah, I think that'll work. But, yeah, we'll figure it out, obviously. There's a lot to, that's gonna have to be, that we'll have to wait and see exactly how much we get done. But, yeah, next time we will face off, next time for Zowo, we will be facing off against Sephiroth. And then, yeah, I think we're gonna try and focus primarily on the Warring Triad. But while we're waiting for queues, we will probably go ahead and do the MSQ a little bit. Well, I don't know. It's hard to say. Whether or not we'll do the MSQ is kind of up in the air. But we'll focus on the MSQ. We'll have to wait. Because, yeah, I'd kind of like to have this be our primary focus to go ahead and get these guys done. Because the Warring Triad are kind of insane. I think we can do all three of them, right? Fate of the Stars, is that what we're looking at? Yeah. That doesn't say anything about a required quest. Yeah, looks like... Yeah, looks like there aren't any more required quests. It did take a little while to get through all of it. But, yeah. One step. What? Oh, okay. There's like a whole bunch of stuff. Okay. So, yeah, we'll take a look at that next time. We'll see. It'll be fun. It'll be very fun to go through all of this. There's a lot, honestly, and considering the fact that a lot of this we just have to go through through all sorts of story stuff. But yeah, we'll see how this goes, and yeah, there is surprisingly there was a lot when it came to. I'm realizing quickly that Heaven's Ward had a lot of stuff outside of the MSQ that I still feel kind of like it should be done, like the Warring Triad especially. Stormblood, I don't really remember there being too much, like the for sure. I definitely think that we're going to want to deal with the Four Lords quest line. That seems like a good thing that we should probably take care of along with those things. So, yeah, I guess through Shadowbringers they did the all of those different pretty major quests. I don't know if Endwalker had any. I don't remember. It's been a bit, and honestly, there's a lot of things that we still have to wait and see on that front. But on the bright side, we do officially have the shield for we do have the House 4 Tom shield. I haven't even learned. I need to learn the minion also. But yeah, that's done. So yeah, next Zowo's journey is gonna go ahead and do that stuff. So tomorrow, we will be doing the watch party, to watch the Summer Games Fest. So look forward to that. In terms of everything else, it's kind of in the air. We might do some fun things, but we'll see what exactly we get done. Was this? Yes. All right, there we go. I am still working on getting Zowo's Paladin gear set up. I am thinking I will probably have like pieces from pretty much each expansion up until Endwalker for this, but we'll see. We'll see what we do. That's kind of like that's kind of the goal for that. So yeah, so we'll get some stuff from Shadowbringers. We'll get some stuff from Stormblood, and we'll put that into the set. But yeah. Anyways, guys, hopefully you've enjoyed today's live stream and are looking forward to the next one. I think that's pretty much it. I don't think there's anything else that we really need to cover. But yeah, look forward to the watch party tomorrow. Look forward to next week, because we're going to be doing Marvel Rivals Monday. On Monday, obviously, Reset Day on Tuesday. And so Zowo's journey should be Wednesday, unless I change the schedule. I don't think I will, though, at this point in time. Thursday is gonna be Hullballing again, probably something like that. I don't know. But yeah, next week will pretty much be a pretty set schedule. There might be some things with it, but it's not super important right now. But yeah, that is gonna be it for today. Let's see where Twitch is going. Twitch, you are... Let's see. Are we able to... Nope. In that case, we will go ahead and send you guys over here. It's fine. Okay. So yeah, have fun, guys, with the raid, and yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. But on.